I'm sure that is quite scary for a lot of people. Well, let's talk a little bit about this story. And we know from Vice that essentially this lawsuit was filed in the US District Court for the Southern District of Texas. This gentleman, Timothy McKimmy, essentially claims that a bug known to OpenSea allowed his NFT Bored Ape number 3475B bought off of him for 0.01 ETH. Today, that's worth like 26 bucks. And then it was flipped for 99 ETH. Today, that's worth like almost 250 Gs. As such, he's suing OpenSea for his digital image to be returned and for damages exceeding $1 million. Now, this is a picture of the NFT in question. Yeah. So this man says he's suing OpenSea for well over 250 Gs because of how precious and rare his NFT is. Even more rare than, I guess, Justin Bieber's NFT. Yeah, so this plaintiff seems to be really, I don't know, I guess this is new terrain in the courts. What do you guys think?
So I'm looking forward to your legal expertise in a second. Go ahead, Jackson.
I was just gonna say, in terms of that ape NFT, like that's one of the most common NFTs you see. So it's like literally, like if you just go on your Explore page and Instagram and you type in NFTs, there's like a 90% chance you're gonna see an ape, but it'll have on a cowboy hat, and the next one will have like Super Saiyan hair, and the next one will have like Yu-Gi-Oh hair. So it's not even like creative or unique in and of itself, but also the thing about NFTs is they're basically just its own stock market. That's really what it's become. And from what I can see, it's here to stay because there's so much money in it. It's just basically a faster paced stock market. So this type of stuff's gonna continue to happen because it's all digital. But yeah, the NFT space is really interesting to me.
Yes, and I'd actually like to piggyback off that because according to Vice, so what we found is that plaintiff's Bored Ape has significant value, which is unquestionable. But for example, Justin Bieber's Bored Ape has a rarity score of only 53.66, and a rarity rank of 9,077.7. In contrast, plaintiff's Bored Ape has a rarity score of 138.52 and a rarity rank of 1392. So it is in the top 14% of rarity, and this is significantly rarer than Bieber's. Thus, plaintiff's Bored Ape's value is arguably in the millions of dollars and growing as each day passes. So it is kind of a, BFD. And this is Justin Bieber's beautiful Bored Ape photo, by the way, just so you can see what that looks like. But essentially, it seems that the crux of this gentleman's legal argument here is that this individual has been a bad actor whose essentially behavior constitutes negligence, as well as several other essentially claims, the breach of fiduciary duty, trust, contract, all of it. Cenk, you wanna get in?
Yeah, so the right-wing fans of NFT and Bitcoin and all that stuff, it's told me a couple of things. I'm a little curious about it now. They said that all this stuff was supposed to be safer. I said, oh, no, you can't replicate it because of the thing and the other thing, and then it takes all the energy, and then you did the encryption, and the dude just stole it, like super easy. Okay, in fact, it turns out this company, they're in a lot of trouble because 80% of their stuff was taken. 80%.
Whoa.
Okay, so what happened to Super Safe? Then second of all, they're like, we're libertarians. We don't need no stinking rules. The government can't interfere with this. Okay, yeah, except when someone steals it, all of a sudden, where do you go? You go to the government. Go to a courthouse and go, wait a minute, I need the government's help. Somebody stole my NFT. Somebody stole my ape. Okay. Somebody in the legal proceedings said, I don't get it. Why don't you just go online and look at the picture?
And the worst thing is, if you get the wrong judge, like you get like a more advanced judge, let's say, and you're more seasoned, they're gonna do the same. They're gonna be like, what the heck?
Yeah, because it's still so new in terms of it just being its own marketplace. But yeah, I mean, no matter the technology, if people made it, people will figure out how to hack it. Because unless some like vastly superior species that we know nothing about creates a technology, then we're gonna be able to hack something that we made. So there's no such thing as unhackable.
Yeah, and if you hack it, there's, to Jackson's earlier point, there's tons and tons of money there. And honestly, guys, I'd be like one of those judges. Like, so your rarity score, and then that guy just sold it for 250. The thief stole it for 250,000. But Bieber's is less rare, but it's sold for 1.3 million or something, or he at least bought it for that. And it is just a freaking picture. So what are we doing here? And so Adrian, you're our legal expert. You should check out Overruled on Rebel Headquarters. That's Adrian's show. If you were the judge, what do you do?
Well, I do have to recognize that these individuals do, that there's a market value. So these people do place a value on this item. And so I need to treat it as though it is something that has commercial value. And in this instance of this company, OpenSea, was negligent and they essentially gave way for it to be stolen, then they could be held liable, if they breach their fiduciary duties or whatnot. It's interesting because it's hard to conceptualize of why is this so expensive? Why is this so valuable? But I'm sure we could say the same thing for a lot of art out there, but the thing is with this art, it's tangible. It's something that someone created, and we've always had this just historically pieces of art to work with, and this stuff just seems nonsense. And also, like, even just reading these quotes, it's so difficult for me because I'm like, what is this stuff? So I think it can become very difficult, and so I think the best thing for the litigants to do is to make the terminology references as basic as possible. And also try to analogize it to something that we all kind of understand. Because otherwise, if you lose a judge and you lose a jury, you're gonna lose your case.
Oh yeah, you don't want a jury trial on this. No way, okay? No, but I had a picture of an ape. Now, I could show it to you. In fact, I have to show it to you for trial, and so you see it just as well as I do. So it appears worthless, but trust me that it was worth $1 million if I put it on my computer.
And again, there's like literally a million different apes. They just all have like different hats on. Like that's literally the only difference. So again, but this also goes to show that value is just an idea.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because the only reason that there's so much money is in this space is because enough people decided to make another stock market, basically. And now they're just trading currency and trading value back and forth because now there's millions and millions and millions of dollars in this space, more than that. So,
yeah, I'm telling you, you don't want a jury trial. When you try to explain your rarity score, okay, it ain't gonna work. But don't get me wrong, Adrian's right. If people pay money for it in a market, it has market value. And if it was stolen, it's stolen, and that's property, and it should have consequences. So ask for a judge, a younger judge, and walk him through it, and he will see that right or wrong, no matter what we think, it had value. And so it is what it is. And I'm fair about this because I think a lot of the modern art that people buy for gazillions of dollars is also junk. What is it? It is the color orange. Okay, all right, I got you. All right, you're doing money laundering. I get it. Okay.
Yes.
right.
Am I not merciful?
I read a story not too long ago where someone created a sculpture and they said it was a sculpture and it's invisible, and then they were able to sell it to someone.
No, that's the perfect story, Adrian.
It's all an idea. It's all an idea, man. If you can get somebody to pass it away, then they'll pass it away.
You know what, Adrian? Look, guys, I want to stop talking about it now because the idea of an invisible NFT is going to be fire. Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
You know it is, and people are gonna be like, "I have the first invisible NFT," and they're gonna have Instagram posts and TikToks to show you it.
No, but it's too late. What you guys don't know is earlier in this segment, I created the first invisible NFT. I already have it, and it's had a rarity score of 1.
Oh man!
No one else has that invisible NFT.
And because nobody can ever disprove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? It's nothing. It's right here.
What do you mean?
Right.
Disprove it. I can show it to you right now. Here, I made it here. Here it is.
Hit him with that John Cena. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm just looking for market value. That's all. Okay, and nobody better steal this invisible NFT from me. I'll take you to court. All right. Can you show an NFT? I don't know. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.